music. He's like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music. Love, love.
Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review. Of course, y'all know I'm always moving stuff around. This is my review for Queen and Sugar. This is season 3, episode 8, which came on today. It was a good episode. You know what I'm saying? It was a really good episode. If you have not done so already, and I don't know why you haven't done this, okay? If you have not done so, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Because if you're here today, that means you always here. So this, come on and join, okay? And then after you have subscribed to my channel, do not forget to hit the notification bell, Lord Jesus, the notification bell, because it lets you know when I have new videos up. Because y'all know I'll be posting all days and all nights, all times and stuff. Like right now, what time is Jay Lee? What time is it in Michigan? It is 3 a.m. Technically, it's 2:56, but we round up in these parts. So, yeah. What else? Well, I think that's it. Anyway, you know, we start off, we see Prosper. You know, Prosper basically was evicted from his home, and he has to move. So, you know, we see Charlie going over there like, okay, she going over to visit or whatnot, and she realized he ain't packed up nothing. Like, he ain't packed up no house, no car, no comb, no shirt, no pants, no cups, no plates, no nothing, okay? It's as if he's still, it's just living there. And he like, oh no, you know, I'm slow going, you know, I'm an old man or whatever. She's like, yeah, but you supposed to be out of here today. Like, today. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get to it. So I said, you know what, you go ahead and go home, because he was going to meet with Aunt Vi for brunch. Let me handle it, you know what I'm saying? I'll get you all packed up, whatever, it'll be good. Don't worry about it. I'm like, you know, that's really nice. So we do see how she has Nova and Robert Angel come over to help her pack up the place, because, you know, he has to be out today. And she does ask, like, you know, your daughter's coming to pick you up, right? He's like, yeah. And he leaves. I say, Prosper, is you lying? I think you're lying. We do see from there, Micah and his friends are at the house, sitting around, just, you know, chilling, all his kids do. And they're looking at some of the pictures that Micah took with his camera, and they come across the pictures from the slave plantation place or whatever, which of course makes them upset, because it's people out there taking selfies. People is treating it like, you know what I'm saying, like an attraction, not like people were killed. Like it's like, no, it's not even supposed to do things or whatever. So of course it gets them pissed off. You know, they're taking selfies. You know, that's kind of crazy. They're being disrespectful to our ancestors. So these little kids who are always trying to do something for a cause, you know what, we need to do something. They can't respect, you know, what our ancestors went through. You know, they don't deserve to have a place. I said, Lord Jesus, is they gonna burn it down? Because I swear when he said it, I said, burn it down. Now you said, but I'm saying it as a viewer, okay? I would not want anyone to burn down someone else's property. So they decide, you know, not to burn it down. That was just me talking. It wasn't them. You know, they said we should go there and paint blood in the grass, on the grounds, to show the blood that our ancestors shed. You know what I'm saying? To be here, whatever. Let's take the blood to, and, you know, write the names of the slaves. I mean, the whole full out, you know what I'm saying? It's not destruction of property, like vandalism. I'm like, I think that's vandalism, because you are going to someone else's property and, you know, defacing it or whatever. I mean, they're doing it for a great reason, but at the same time, you should not be like breaking the law, because I think it's illegal. Okay, I'm not that smart when it comes to what's legal and what's not legal, because I'm a legal person. Okay, I don't want to be crossing no lines or whatnot, but I believe it's against the law to go to someone else's property and like write on it or whatever, especially to paint and make stuff look like blood. Again, good idea. No. Good thought. Good reasoning behind it. Just the execution has to be a little bit better. That's what I'm saying. So clearly they don't understand You shouldn't do it, but they want to do it anyway. And then they ask Micah, is he in? And he stops and he thinks, I'm like, okay, he's thinking about when he was arrested, when he was booked, how hard it was when he was in the jail, how he was upset about what happened to him. And I say either one or two things are going to happen. He's either going to be still traumatized from that experience. He does not want to try to get into anything that may get him arrested again, or he's going to be upset about the altercation just in general and kind of want to take back his, not his pride, but his ego, I guess is a better word for it, or whatever. Get back his oomph. We're gonna call it his oomph, okay? You know what I'm saying? He wants to get that back from that whole crazy experience. And he says, I'm in. I said, oh shit. Again, I think it's leading up to one of them kids gonna get killed. I don't know which one. I don't think it can be Micah, simply because that would be too traumatic for Charlie to handle. But I do feel like one of these kids is going to end up getting killed doing something. I can just kind of feel it brewing. I can just, hopefully it ain't Kiki. Girl. Anyway, you know what I'm saying, back at Packing Central, Nova and Charlie just having conversations. That's sisters, when you packing up stuff, you sit around talking. They talking about old friends, old high school friends, old guys they dated back in the day or whatever. And you know, this casual conversation. So Charlie does ask Nova, and Nova, what's up with your little new boo thing that, you know what I'm saying, I've maybe mentioned? What's up with that, Nova? So we know who Nova's new boo is. It's Charlie old boo. But Nova just says, oh no, it's just me and my laptop. Nova, you're lying, girl. Okay, but you know, lies sometimes are to prevent pain to other people you love. That's what a cheater said. But you know, Nova is lying for whatever her reasons may be, whether she's still, well, we know she's still like Remy, and she can't explain it to Charlie yet, because I think it's a thing where she doesn't know what's going to be. We do see Aunt Vi and Prosper meet up at the High Yellow, and Aunt Vi was also talking to the High Yellow employees, trying to pitch her pitch basically to have Vi's pies at the market, like just have a whole little Vi's pies look storefront or whatever. They said, you know, sounds really good. So she did a really good pitch to her friends. So you know, when Prosper come up and they sound having, you know, they about to eat or whatever. She's like, yeah, Charlie told me, you know, you have to move, that you've been kind of pussying around or whatever. He says, like, look, I can handle my own affairs, okay? And she's like, well, I hope so. But if you couldn't, would you tell me? Of course, he didn't say nothing. And then she said, you know, we family. You know, we've known you long enough at this point in time. We family, and family helps family. You should never be afraid or ashamed, just don't want to reach out to family to help you. And he still was like, you know, I can handle my own affairs, but not if you're homeless, Prosper. Okay, you can't handle your own affairs with no home. Okay, you just can't do it. You got a bad back too, sir. Okay, you can't be doing that, Prosper. So, back at his house, they done packed up all his stuff, and Charlie said, you know, the big stuff's gonna be in storage. We'll have like a little suitcase packed for you, whatever, and I'm gonna wait with you until your daughter gets here. And he like, shit, damn it, she won't go away. He said, well, I told her don't come. She's like, what? Prosper, what you do that for? Well, she got enough going on her. You know, she got her own work, kids, life, whatever. I don't want to be a burden on her. It's just too much. I know she has too much. And she said, well, you know, he said, I'm going to rent a room. I'm just going to rent a room somewhere. He's like, you can't rent no room, Prosper. I might not want you sitting there because he broke, or because you just don't want to see him like put out the pasture at some hotel somewhere. So you know what? You're going to come home with me. I have a whole spare room. You're going to live with me and Micah, and it's going to be fine. He like, nope, I don't want to put you out. No, I don't want to do that. He said, look, I ain't leaving here without you. So, and he told her, you're stubborn, just like your damn daddy. But he again agrees to go. So he basically moves in with Charlie. It was a cute little thing or whatnot. We see Ralph, Angel, and Darla meeting up. You know, they want to get get Blue schedules together, and I think more than that, he wanted to see where Blue will be staying when he's with Darla. So he's walking through the house. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. You know, she then shows him Blue's room, and you can see when Rod walked in that he was, for lack of a better word, jealous and envious, just to the fact of what Darla had was shinier. it looked newer than Blue's room at the farm. And you can kind of see him looking around like, okay, the walls is these bright colors, all these new toys. No, it was shinier and newer. So he felt some kind of way. Excuse me. And even her saying like, yeah, me and Blue designed our stuff. Again, he felt some kind of way. And he even said, yeah, me and him plan to do something like that too. You know, so for him, I think it was a thing of like, wow, it's really pretty here. Some kids like pretty or like nice or nicer or newer or shiny things. So it's that whole thing. So they then sit down, they're discussing schedule. Like, okay, I'll have them this time. We'll alternate field trips. We'll alternate this and this. When he brings up how she has the key to his house, my DVR was being done. It muted whatever was said, but I heard him say like, you know, you have a key to my house, and she was saying like, I'll give it back. I believe, because then he did say, no, I was gonna ask about me getting a key to your house. And I'm like, well, kind of makes sense. They, you know, share a son or whatever. I think I heard her say, I can do that. So I'm assuming that's what it was said, because I think it was my phone, my TV was being really stupid. So then she goes into it's another conversation. You know, I think I should get Blue half the time. You know what I'm saying? You get a week, I get a week, and we alternate. But I was like, nah, no ma'am, no sir, no thank you. Yeah, I'm good, love and joy. He's like, look, I've been reading up on this. You know, Blue needs stability. We don't, you know, it's too soon for that. And it's like, well, how, you know, when we gonna do stuff? We can like gradually work it into that being that. And she's like, well, yeah, but how long is it gonna take? He like, look, he needs stability. He don't need to be back and forth your house 1 week. You know, he don't need the back and forth thing. You know, he needs to be on his own schedule. I do agree with what Ross said. I do feel like, and even though Darla is his mother and he loves his mother, I still think Darla has been gone out of his life more than she's been present in his life. And while we see that Ross is not trying to keep her from him, he's also like, you've been the less active parent. You know what I'm saying? For lack of true tea. You know, you've been the less active parent in his life. So let's not try to have him half of the time when we don't really know yet if you really, you know what I'm saying, is going to be stable in the situation. Because something always does happen. So, you know, she going to like, we know I need, but you different too, because you be all busy or whatever. You have all the people in and out your house. You know what I'm saying? I need to approve anyone who meets Blue. I said approve. The word I did not like was approve. I mean, I get when the parent says, I need to know, I need to meet, I need to be okay with, you know, who you have on my kids. So like, just give me a heads up or whatever. But I mean, I don't think Rod has to get approval from Darla to have his one girl, and she doing it because of Trent, because she saw him with Trent. Now she feel funny. I don't think she's really too much harping on the whole Benny situation, because everybody know Rod don't play about Blue. Wait, yeah, they don't play about Blue. So my thing is for her to try to make it seem as if, you know, you are being wild and reckless and letting anybody be around our son. I don't think that's what it was. I think he tried to give someone a chance who fucked up, and when a person fucked up, he done. Okay, I tried to help you. Nah, it doesn't work. So I mean, I think she was kind of going a little bit too far with the whole lie, need to prove things or whatever. And she then says, no, Ross said, you know, boy, I'm the one out here. It's like, no, you up in here acting like you better than me or whatever. You got your mom and daddy paying for your house, got you a whole new car, you know what I'm saying? Basically funding your life, but I'm out here working 2 jobs, being a single parent. And I'm like, true T, he was a single parent. Even though Darla was helping him as far as still talking to Blue, Darla has just recently became, you know what I'm saying, active in that boy life. And he was a single parent. Let's just call it T to T. And, you know, you weren't a single parent or whatever. That's not true. And let's not, she said, yeah, my parents helped me get this house, but let's not forget that you buy your house, or did your daddy give it to you? I said, bitch, his daddy died. When she said that, like, or did your daddy give you that house? I say, when someone's parent passes away and give them the house in the will, okay, of their death, that's completely different than my parents are alive and well and I don't have no money, so they pay for my house. They pay my house. They pay for me to get a house. That's different than if your parents owned a house and they pass it down to you to do what you see fit. His daddy died. I was like, Darla, bitch, girl. Ooh, Jesus Christ. I was just, oh, Jesus, this can't get to me. No. Anyway, so she sits there and she's like, you can let yourself out. He is all in his feelings or whatever about what she said. So when he go pick up his check from the little fish place or whatever, he act a little stanky dang with Trin. And Trin like, you know what I'm saying, you okay? Because she realized he not as friendly, as happy, or as conversational, you know, with her. And he says, no, it's got a lot on my mind. I got to, you know what I'm saying, sort some things out or whatnot. She's like, oh, well, okay. But it was real different. So she noticed he was a whole different person or whatever. I'm like, oh, Trent, I like Trent a little bit now. I like him just a little bit. So we do see, now I'm Vi. I don't know where Hollywood is. He on a trip somewhere. He ain't at work, he ain't on a damn job. Anyway, Aunt Vi goes to the market man, the managing market man. I don't know what his name, the white man's name is. And she is pitching her little, you know, Aunt Vi's pie storefront. So she's trying to talk, and she's kind of getting winded. She's getting hot, and I'm like, okay, she has a hot flash, like what's going on? But she's having a little bit of episode. So she's like, you know what? I'm not feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Can we, you know, finish this tomorrow? So he says, okay, yeah, sure, no problem. Saying, I get home. Can you get home? I need to help you get home. Oh, no, I can manage. She stands up, and she kind of, oh. And she's just too woozy, too, you know what I'm saying, ooh, whatever, to even stand up on her own. He said, you know what? I'll take you home. Don't worry about it. Oh, thank you so much. So he takes her home. She's gone or whatever. So the following day, he comes over again for them to have this conversation. And she's honest with him. She says, you know, because he's like, you know, my investors are getting anxious, like whatever, want to, you know, get started on this, and we want to work with you. So she's honest. And she says, you know, I want to let you know that last year I was diagnosed with lupus, and it's, you know, I'm managing the disease. I'm just working to get a handle on it or whatever, but I'm fine. But, you know, let's talk about this proposal. He said, no, you know what? Don't worry about it. I want you to just focus on getting better. With the course made her think I done told this man about my lupus, and instead of him knowing that I can still do the job, I feel like he's pushing it. Like, now he like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. You know, it's okay. And that is how it came off. But you do wonder if he really, because she said I have my good days and I have my bad days, and I said I wonder if he like, okay, this is a bad day for you. I'm okay with you feeling better, and on your good days, let's get these pies out. Okay, let's do that. So we have to see how that kind of goes. Charlie and Nova, it's a quick little scene where, you know, the whole thing with the Landrys surveying that land and what they're really doing, if it's really toxic or whatever. So Nova finds out through like an old friend of theirs that the surveyor has a fraternity friend with the EPA. So they assume the frat friend who works for the EPA like falsified some documents to say that the land is like polluted, but it really isn't, and that it's a whole plot and ploy, because we know the Landers are trying to take the land of, you know, the Boudreaux or whatever. So try like, you know, we need to just kind of wait to hear back from your friend at the EPA for one, but I also don't want to get you involved right now. You know what I'm saying? We have to kind of work on this too, because so many families are being kicked out of their homes. Because Prosper again was kicked out of his home, and he in her house in his recliner reading the book. Okay, that's what's going on. Anyway, from there we see Nova, and Nova has went to the fields, and she's like doing a whole little cleansing thing. She's burning some sage, or she's burning something, you know, to cleanse the something or whatever. She's doing some stuff to cleanse some stuff in the sugarcane fields. And then she then goes to the house, and Rye is sitting in Blue's room on the floor drinking some Hennessy. I said, well, ain't that about a bitch? Drinking some Hennessy. Hey, Hennessy, what you doing right there? And so I'm like, okay. So when she sees him sitting there drinking Hennessy on the floor in his son's room, he said, you know, I don't want to talk about it. And so she takes the bottle. Neither do I. And so they both just sitting on the floor in Blue's room. And at first they weren't talking, but then Rob brings up, like, you know, I want to fix up Blue's room. I want to get some paint on the walls, get him some new furniture. So I'm going to take some more shifts at the shrimp yard or whatever, at the docks. I want to buy him some new stuff, because at Darla house he got this, and this, and that, and that. And I just want him to like his room here just as much as he likes his room in Darla house. And she like, Blue don't need all that. Like, Blue is a kid. Like, he okay. Like, what's wrong with this? He like, I don't want, Blue deserves more than hand-me-downs. You know what I'm saying? He just deserves more, which he does. At the same time, Blue don't, Blue. He be like, whatever. So she like, cause he's really saying how he's gonna work these extra hours. Like, what, you with the already working, you doing the farm, you're already working like crazy with all that. You're gonna end up, we said, well, no, Pops did it. Pops did it all. Pops did all of that, and he also raised us, did this, he did that. But he's like, I'm not sure that I'm even, that I have my life straight, and I'm just trying to get some things better in my life. And she's like, you're gonna run yourself into the grave just like Daddy did. You know what I'm saying? He did all that. He almost died doing that beforehand, before he died later from how much he put himself out there to keep the farm going. So he's like, what are you talking about? So remember, he don't know nothing about the conversation that she had with Prosper. So she tells him, back when Mama died, he had all, he was taking care of us, doing the farm stuff, all these things was coming on his plate, and he got really, really depressed. And he got so low one night that he went to the field with a gun, and Prosper had to go out and talk him out of it, and it's because he tried to do it all himself, and it damn near broke him at that point in time. And then Rod like, well, God damn it, Daddy, nah, he's too strong. She said, nah, when we thought he was at his strongest, he was really at his weakest, and he just did not want us to see it. He was trying to carry that burden alone, and he didn't need to. She says, just like you know what I'm saying? You don't need to do this alone. You have me, you have Charlie, you have Aunt Vi, Hollywood, you have all these people. You don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to be alone. Just stay the course, because you're on the course that Daddy was on, but don't try to bait to have this burden on your own shoulders just by itself. You have us. I said, no, that's a good goddamn on sister. Okay, you talk to your brother and you let him know what's going on. You make sure that he knows that he is not alone in any situation. And that's it. It's great. So today's code is, if you've been watching this long, Prince, Apollonia, Vanity 6, or the Isley Brothers, and In Vogue. So pick one of those random ass artists. Anyway, so from there, we see a little scene of Charlie at the house, and she's like walking through the house, and she sees Prosper, and he's in the chair and he's asleep. So she kind of goes and wake him, and she's like, let's get you in bed. And the reason I would say this is a powerful scene is because how she looked at him and realized it's a good thing that he's there with her. Like, he's an old man, he's an old man. He's old. He's in his own ways. He's always had his own house. And now that he's in this situation, she's happy to be able to help him, because he was comfortable enough to fall asleep in his own chair, but then also was allowing her to help him get to bed. So I thought that was a really powerful scene. And then the end, we see Rye go to the docks or whatever, and Trent is sitting like on a like a picnic table, and so he goes and he sits next to her, and he like, yeah, Aunt Vi wants to go to the flower garden or whatever that you brought up at thing. He's like, oh, okay, cool. And he said, she really liked you. She really did. He's like, oh, I'm glad about that. And then he just takes her arm and he holds her hand. He like pulls her arm into her. He takes her arm, wraps his arm around it, and closes their hands. And she just gently just leaned into that shoulder. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I like Tran simply because it's something about her that calms Rod down. And it's a beautiful thing to see him realizing I don't have to do this alone, just because I feel like Darla feels some kind of way about the way I'm doing things. I don't have to not be with Trent because she feels some kind of way. I can really have my own life separate from her. And he like, I like Trent. She's cool. It's fresh and it's new. Okay, Trent may be a crazy person. She could be an assassin, a ninja, whatever. She can be many things. But at this point in time, she seems nice. Vi likes her people, and Vi doesn't let people impress her easily. And just seeing how when he took her hand, how she allowed him to do that, and how she just leaned into him like, you know what, this feels comfortable. I like you. I like you a lot. And it was cute. So, and that's how the episode went off. Again, I like Trent now. Anyway, put your comments in the comment section below. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.